Autumn, that was so gorgeous. Like, what
that was so good. That music was awesome.
What?
Well, thank you. Thank you. It's called I Found Out About Canva, and now I'm addicted to Canva.
Well, I know, and I am so glad I've been able to help fuel your addiction for Canva.
Yes. Anytime.
I still don't know how Canva video works. I have to learn how to like actually put things together in Canva. I've only like stuck to the photos so far.
Yeah, it took me kind of a minute, I think, to like figure out how to like animate it. I couldn't explain it to you. Like I have to see it. But I like the countdown timers. Those are always really cute.
Yeah. I tried because I remember I made a countdown timer when we did the 12 Days of Christmas.
Yeah.
That was probably the most tedious thing I've ever done in terms of like YouTube stuff or things for YouTube. So I don't know if there's an easier way to do it on Canva, but it literally was like you had to make like multiple slides and like go through and change the number, and then you had to change the time on each thing, and it took forever. I think it turned out really nice, but it took forever.
I remember that. I know when we did, I can't remember which one we did, but Bree made one, and it had like this superhero countdown.
Oh,
do you remember that?
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I loved that one. Bree did really good with that one.
Bree's in the comments, so Bree, shout out which one that one is, so I can go back and refresh my memory, because I do remember that happening. I just don't remember when.
Yes. So, hello everyone. Sorry, we were kind of chit-chatting, but welcome to the all-day Writeathon. This is going to be the first session of 3. So this session is going to end around 12 Eastern Standard Time, and then we'll take a chill, and then we'll come back at 3. It might be different AuthorTubers, but everyone is linked in the description box below. So if Claire and Maddie, you kind of want to tell everybody what you'll be working on, as well as everybody else, let us know what you're working on as well. We'll shoot through the comments, and then we'll go ahead and start with the first sprint.
Do you want to go first? Okay. My name is Claire. I have not probably met most of you guys who are in the comments before, but hello. I am going to be working on some edits today. I am working on finishing up a young adult contemporary book, and I have a deadline of April 30th, so I have to fly through 2 chapters every day. So I'm going to try to get those edits in this morning.
Wow.
Nice.
That's crazy. Well, hello, everybody. I'm pretty sure everyone in the comments already knows me at this point. I'll skip the intro. But I'm actually working, surprisingly not on school stuff this morning. I'm working on something that actually Autumn made a very special little picture for. So I'm working on my Western, which is Project Outlaw, aka working title right now is Renegade Ritter. So I'm really excited to work on that. Yeah. And Autumn made like an awesome graphic for me for it. So I'm like even more motivated.
Girl, that's probably the favorite little book cover, mock book cover I made. I think it's better than like the 2 I made. Like I would totally do it.
I was trying to say they all seriously look so good, but the last one in particular, like, is exactly how I imagined my main character. And I'm looking at it like, how does Autumn know?
Because we're connected, like, telepathically. But hey, if you ever share it, let me know, because I want to see it when you share it.
I was actually going to ask you permission if I could share it. I was thinking about doing it either on like Instagram or Twitter or something.
I would love that. That would be, that would make my day.
So if anyone wants to see Autumn's awesome little cover art that she did for me for this project that isn't even like through the first draft yet, I will be posting it now that I have her permission.
Of course. I just don't want people to think I'm a cover designer, because I'm not. It's called I use Canva and I put stuff together and it just magically comes out semi-okay. And I also just realized that my little scroll thing says, what are you working on tonight? To be clear, since I work night shift, everything is my nighttime. And so to me, it's my nighttime, but sorry. So we'll just pretend, what are you working on today? So I'm going to be working on my journaling as my main character. I'm a few days behind schedule, so I'm going to work on that, just continue to chug along, and hopefully I'll be able to catch up today since we're writing all day. But I will greet everyone in the comments, and then we can go ahead and start. So I see that Alice is here. Bree has joined us. Hello, Bree. Megala's here. Thank you, Bree. Leah is also here. Hello, welcome, my friend. Megan is also here. Okay, and then Bree said it was the writing and wine. The epic music countdown. That's right. That's right.
Oh, that's right, because I think I had already been drinking a little bit before we started. That's probably why I don't remember it very well.
Truth. By the way, I'm super excited for our wine and rate next Saturday.
Oh, I am too. I'm bringing my whiskey cocktails to this party this time, so this will be great.
Oh yeah, margaritas. Petra is here. Welcome, welcome. Bree is currently doing her makeup. Megan is working on chapter 13 with 4 chapters to go.
Ooh.
And Alice is also trying to catch up, and school made Alice fall behind 14,000 words, but you will get a solid 10K for sure. Alice, we're not worried about you.
I was about to say, Alice, 10K is nothing for you. You need to be aiming for like 20 because you will have 10K by this afternoon. Like, it's
for reals. Like, she's gonna catch up and then like finish her book.
Yeah, exactly.
And Brittany is here. Hello and welcome. Leah is going to finish the current read and some concept planning. Ooh, good luck. Yaza is here and has changed his avatar. I find this hilarious. Yaza, this is not Helene. This is Claire. We do not know where Helene is. She's probably sleeping.
I would say with how busy she's been, I hope Helene is actually sleeping.
Right? Oh my goodness. Claire, this is Yaza. Yaza Claire.
Hi, Yaza. Nice to meet you.
Yaza is the Australian Batman who is a constant in our chats, and he is very wonderful. He
is. Yeah. He's like the biggest cheerleader ever. He's fantastic.
He is. He's always got a good joke. So
yes.
Oh, good.
You'll
come to love him as much as we do.
Yes, for sure. Oh, and I will say also that Yaza does a really good Captain Jack Sparrow run. Just saying.
Oh, that he does. Yes.
And Eva is also here. Welcome. And Miguel is trying to finish the first draft of his story. And Brooke is popping into the comments, still waiting on her MacBook. Oh, dang. I was hoping you'd have it by today so you could join us. But at least you're in the comments. That counts. All right. Are we ready for the first 15 minutes?
Yes.
Awesome. So I don't know what the timer sound is going to be because I didn't fix it. So just to prepare, it might be
I'm hoping,
an animal.
I was about to say, I'm hoping for one sound in particular, but we'll see.
We'll find out in 15 minutes.
Yep.
Awesome. Best of luck, everyone, and we will see you soon. Yay!
I didn't hear anything go off.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh,
hear
you
a timer.
Oh
Was it the rooster?
no! It was.
Darn it!
Oh my
I was
gosh!
so looking forward to the rooster.
Weird, because I heard it. That was why I was like, okay, huh? Let me try to share the screen again. Maybe it was okay. It should work now. I don't know why it didn't.
No.
Huh. Well, how did everybody do?
Pretty good. Okay.
Is that your husband playing the guitar? Sorry, Claire. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, it's okay.
Okay. You're gracing everybody with music on this Saturday morning. He's actually really good at it, so it's like it's nice to listen to.
No, it sounded fine.
I didn't realize it was.
Hey, it doesn't bother me. I just heard like a noise and I was like, sounds like Steven and a guitar.
Yep, that's him.
Well, it sounded great.
Yep. He's learning Life is a Highway by Rascal Flatts, and I'm like,
Yes, I am here
It's
for
hard,
it.
right? With like the riffs and everything, right? Doesn't
Yeah.
that have like a lot of guitar stuff? Yeah.
there's multiple parts to it. So he has a specific like guitar pedal where he can like record one line and then he can go back over and do the other stuff. It's actually really cool.
Oh, that's really cool.
Ooh,
It's very neat.
that is cool. Awesome. How did y'all do? Anybody?
It was okay. I mean, I did that a little bit of work. Like editing is hard. It's hard to track your progress because like when you're writing, you can have a word count, but when you're editing, like it feels like it's going so slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
How did you do?
I did good. I'm still working on this one journal entry. And it was funny because I went back to like read it because I was like in the middle of one and I wanted to like pick back up with that one. And I was like half on one journal entry. Like I named it one thing, but it was supposed to be a different part of the outline. Because I was like, that doesn't make any sense. And then I had to go back to the outline. I was like, oh, my dumb self swapped two. It was kind of funny. Maddie, how about you?
I have been going back and forth with because I'm the thing with the project that I'm working on is that it's right now at least it's a screenplay. Like that's how I'm like envisioning it. And so I've been going back and forth between using the Save the Cat book and then this book because they sort of fill each other in spaces that they don't like have, if that makes sense. So it's like the pointers he makes in this are then supplied by this, but then it's also like vice versa. So I'm like trying to go through and really write down exactly what I want to happen and when, because like I know what the story is, I know how it's going, I know how it ends. I just need to write it down so I don't forget it.
Yeah.
But I've been like just like flipping through the books, like trying to like find exactly like what I'm supposed to be writing where, and yeah, it's fun. Screenplays are fun, y'all.
Yeah. And is that the Save the Cat? Is that the one that's for screenplays?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this is the original one. So this is the one that's for. I actually got rid of the one that's for novels, because I just was like, it's the same information as this. You know, the things that are in here you can apply to a novel just as well. So I was like, there's no point in me having both of these. So I just have the screenplay one now.
Yeah. Very cool. I have yet to read it, but everyone I speak to, the majority of everyone I speak to does really like the Save the Cat. I know a lot of people like the beats. I'm like keeping track of that. They say it's really, that's like, it's good for that. So.
Yeah, it is. And it's, I don't know, like the way that they explain it sometimes is a little bit like, I will say, at least screenplay wise, this one is actually probably the better book. But this one is definitely more like generalized. It doesn't focus on like just like the beats that Let's Save the Cat does. So that's where Save the Cat is handy. But if you're writing a screenplay, I think this one is better.
Ah, okay.
Does Save the Cat have its
Unpopular
own
opinion,
like
sure.
structure?
Huh?
Does Save the Cat have its own like structure, like its own structure with its own like original beats, or is it like a 3-act or 7-act or?
It's still like a 3-act setup, but they don't like specify where that break is. So
Okay.
the screenplay, the Sid Field book actually specifies where you should end Act 1, go into Act 2, end Act 2, go into Act 3. With this one, you kind of have to just guess where that would be. And so that's kind of why I would actually recommend using both of them, because the questions you have about the beats in this book are normally answered by the Sid Field book. So I would definitely if you ever want to try screenwriting or anything like that, definitely give both of those a try, like together, because they do sort of fill in what the other is missing.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
For sure. I don't know if I would ever write a screenplay. That just seems like a lot of work that I don't know that I could do. But I think it would be really cool. Like,
you certainly have less space in a screenplay. You have 120 to 180 pages to write a full, coherent, beginning to end story. So
that's a lot of pressure, man.
Yeah.
Me and my info dumping.
I know, I do that too.
It's also hard because it has to be visual, right? Like you have to make sure that all of the stuff, like you can't really, like, unless you info dump through dialogue, but you can't do any like reflection. It all has to be like actually shown and seen.
Right. So like a lot of like when you like read scripts and stuff, a lot of it is not description heavy. Like sometimes I'll have scenes with like no dialogue, but it's mostly like character actions or like very vague, broad descriptions of what they look like or where they are, because it's the job of the director and then actors to sort of figure out like how to do that visually, and so it gives them more freedom to create the visuals as opposed to sticking specifically to what's happening in the script. So there's actually less description, which I love because I can't do description to save my life. But yeah, so it's definitely written more in terms of being made to be visual as opposed to being made so you can visualize it yourself.
Right.
Okay.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah. Cool. So Gio did join us during that one sprint, and I love Yaz's comment. Like, that's it. That's Yaza right there.
Yep, that's Yaza.
And no one questions it.
No. You should never question the Australian Batman. He will throw a flip-flop at you.
Truth. Through the computer screen.
Yeah.
And Megan got 282. Awesome. Alice got 599. And a reminder that that's why she doesn't write before 7 in the morning.
Girl, you got 599 before 7 a.m.
That is wonderful. If that's a warm-up, like, that's like what I get in a stream. Oh my goodness. Miguel hasn't written anything and got distracted. That's okay. Petra got 101 and a cup of coffee to start the day. Woo! And Gio is plotting a story. The main character arcs. Good job. Awesome. And just need to do the supporting characters. Awesome. And Eva got distracted with YouTube maps and Utah. A fascinating state. Can I ask why Utah? Is this, I'm assuming it's probably for a story, but that's like just that one state in particular.
You don't hear about many things like
About
taking
Utah.
place in Utah.
No.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. Oh, and this is for you, Maddie.
Oh. It's a Western, surprise, surprise. And it is about a young woman who grew up in a gang that is run by her family that she escapes from, and they are now coming to track her down because of past actions that she took against them.
Love it.
So that's the quick rundown. I'm not going to go into more detail with that.
That's all we need. We just need a little teaser.
Just sprinkle it in a little bit.
Yes. And Charlie has joined us just in time for the next sprint. Charlie, awesome. So let's go ahead and jump in. I have us doing a 20. Are we okay with a 20-minute sprint? Okay. Perfect. Hopefully we'll get the sound this time. Or well, you guys will, because I got the sound. I don't
I'm
know.
excited. I like the rooster.
Awesome. Well, best of luck, and we'll see y'all in 20 minutes.
It didn't go off again.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything.
What?
No, it didn't.
What?
It didn't go
What
off.
is happening? Hold on. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why. Hang on. Don't worry. I got you. Hi, Angela. I got you. Hold up. Hang on. Okay.
Yes.
I don't know why you didn't hear it those 2 times. I don't know. Weird.
Yeah.
Anyways, so hi, Angela. I'm so happy you're here.
Yeah, I'm so glad I could make it.
So how are you? How have you been? What are you working on? Give us the details.
Good. So I'm working on the YA contemporary I started over NaNo. I had an idea for it that's gonna make it way better, but it meant I had to completely rewrite it. So now I'm trying to completely rewrite it, and I set word count goals every week. So they're kind of intense. I'm trying to write 12,500 words every week. But I just hit 10K for this week, so it's tomorrow.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. How are you guys
Wow.
doing?
Oh, do what? I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, I was probably talking fast.
No, it kind of glitched.
Oh. How are you guys doing, and what are you working on?
Good. I'll go last if Claire and Maddie want to do theirs. I don't want to, it's not all about me.
Maddie, do you want to go first?
Sure. I'm doing good. Thank you, Angela. How are you doing, my friend? I feel like it's been so long since I've seen you or talked to you. It's been forever.
I know. It's been crazy. Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's been so long. I miss you guys. I really do.
I know. It's just a big group hug up here.
I know. But I'm working on my screenplay. I'm doing a Western screenplay. So that's what I'm doing today. And slowly getting through the beat sheet for Save the Cat for it. So
That's so fun.
I think I have it mostly figured out though. I just have to write it down so I don't forget it.
I'm also working on a YA contemporary. I'm Claire, by the way. I know I haven't met you before. It's nice to meet you. But yeah, I'm also working on a YA contemporary, and I'm doing the editing stuff for it. I've also changed a bunch of stuff in the drafts, and I have to go through the draft to make sure that all the changes are reflected in the draft. So trying to power through that.
What draft are you on?
I've been writing this book on and off since I was 15, so a lot. I've lost count at this point. It's just changed so much. But this hopefully is going to be the one, the last time that I do the story. Because when I had the idea for it, I think I was just my vision for the story was not aligned with what I was capable of doing at 15. So I think I've just slowly been trying to do that over the past couple of years. So I think it's closest it's ever been. I don't know if this is going to be the final version of it, but I'm finally kind of happy with it. So just trying to get to the end of it.
That's awesome.
Cool. I like it. I'm so excited to hear about this new contemporary. I know you probably don't want to say too much, but I love hearing about new projects, or even though it's not technically new, but the last time we streamed together, you were still working on They Stay. So it's cool to see that now you've moved on to a different project.
Oh yeah, well, as soon as I'm done with this project, I'm writing that sequel. So I'm super excited because I haven't ever written a sequel before. But yeah, this is it's kind of a YA contemporary mixed with a campfire ghost story. It's about a 16-year-old girl whose mom just died, and she discovers a ghost story about 2 sisters who died under a covered bridge in her town 100 years before. And then she starts having these nightmares that her sister is dead underneath the covered bridge, like the sister in the book. So she starts getting really scared and obsessed with protecting her sister, and it's just kind of the evolution of the way that this ghost story impacts her life as she tries to get to the bottom of it and figure out how to stop all of these creepy premonitions from coming true. So kind of
Our
I
family.
love
Covered
that.
bridges are spooky.
Yes.
Spooky. You turn around and you always expect there to be something at the end. Now I don't know
Right?
if you watch Sleepy Hollow, and but they're spooky, especially like the ones. I think they're like top. You see, there are a lot of them in like the New England area.
Yeah.
Where you have woods around it, and then you got a covered bridge, and it's like, ooh, prime gold territory.
Mhm.
I know, or like you have like the car driving across the bridge, and in the headlights, there's like a figure at the end of the bridge, and it's like framed by the kind of barn thing. Like it's creepy. I'm all for it.
Or the car like mysteriously like stops working in the middle of the bridge, so they're
Yeah.
stuck in.
Oh my gosh, I'd be done.
Adam's clocking in.
Out. No, it's funny because there's one that we've been to in Georgia. It's a covered bridge, and it's obviously old, but like it's kind of graffitied over the years because people like go there. They're not really common. So like when you see them, like everyone's like, yeah, and but it is so creepy. Like you're just like walking. It's like you never go there at night, but like you like walk through it, and you're just like, I'm expecting it to just fall apart. Or like, or someone's on the other end peeking around the corner at you. Like,
We actually
Yeah.
have one here in Virginia that's called the Bunnyman's Bridge.
nope.
And it is, and you can actually go to it too. There's like a whole. It's got a couple different like lore that surrounds it and everything, but it's not really a covered bridge. It's actually more of a tunnel, but it's kind of that same feel where it's like. It is just creepy, but that's also has to do with there's the story that surrounds it.
What's the story that surrounds it?
Y'all have time.
Sorry, I'm all for this covered bridge lore right now.
We have time for the Bunnyman story.
Yeah, how long is it gonna be?
Well, it depends on which version you want.
Okay, go for it.
The one that most likely happened, or the one that's pure folklore.
Ooh, can we get a blend of both?
Well, the one that's pure, I don't know. I don't know how do we blend both, because the first one is just some old guy was mad that teenagers were on his property, and they were like, he looked like a bunny. like he had bunny ears. So that's where that came from. But the folklore one is that there was a bus that was transporting people from a mental asylum that crashed, and everybody on the bus managed to escape, but they managed to get everybody back except for one person. They were never able to find this one guy. And what started happening was at this bridge in I actually don't remember where it is in Virginia, but at this bridge people started finding these bunnies that had been killed and had been strung up on the bridge, and in a very gruesome fashion that I won't go into detail over. And so people were like, I have no idea like what this is. And so people started calling him the Bunny Man. And in like the 70s or 80s, again, this is folklore for anybody who's getting freaked out, but in the 70s or 80s, a group of teenagers went to the Bunny Man's Bridge and were just joking around and everything. But what they didn't realize is that they were actually incurring the wrath of the Bunny Man. And the next morning, the teenagers were found hung in the same fashion as the bunnies off of the bridge. And so people still go to the Bunny Man's Bridge and they try to get the Bunny Man to come out. Isn't it funny that Virginia's one ghost story is a freaking bunny? Like it had like Goat Man, like Texas does, or like freaking like Sasquatch. No, we got a bunny. But really, the actual story was that it was just a couple of kids on this secluded road, and some guy thought it was his property, and he scared them off, and they were like, "It looked like he was wearing bunny ears." That's where Bunny Man supposedly actually comes from. But yeah, Bunny Man's Bridge, you can go there, and apparently it's really freaky.
Wow. Interesting story too.
Yeah. If you ever want to look up like the full story, I will warn you, it is gruesome. But it's a good campfire story. So if we ever do like a Yuletide by the fireside, but a Halloween version, we'll bring a ghost story.
We'll bring the creepy ghost stories.
Yes.
Maybe a ghost story in real life. Maybe a campfire in real life if we ever do an actual.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Well, if y'all want to come visit, we can go to the Bunny Man's Bridge and see if we can actually find the Bunny Man.
No, I'll be the getaway driver.
Huh?
said, I'll be the getaway driver. I'll stay in the car with the doors locked. And then when you start running to me, I'll unlock them and then we'll speed away.
Honestly, Autumn, I wouldn't have expected you to even unlock the car. I figured like you would have seen us running and been like, well, time to go.
I'll have to sage out the window. Come on, hurry up.
Just toss a few leaves behind for us so we can pick them up and like throw it at him while we're running.
Holy water.
Yeah.
Man, no. Considering the area I live in it's very old and it's like very historic and there's tons of ghost stories. Like, I want no part of that. Nope.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Autumn, if I go to Savannah, I'm going ghost hunting. You're welcome to come with me and I will protect you from the ghosts. I am 100% going ghost hunting.
Girl, it's creepy.
If I go to Savannah again, I'm just gonna go to the cute cafes. So Autumn, you can come with me if you want.
Yes, girl, I got you. All the cute cafes.
So apparently, I'm that idiot in the horror films who's like, I'm gonna go do this by myself.
I'll go with you.
Two signs. It's like this way to safety, and then this way to death. And Maddie's like, oh.
We could either prance through this beautiful meadow field with sunshine, or we can go in the dark, scary, foggy wood. Well, you know, the ghosts are this way, so I think I'll go.
Oh my goodness. So Lizzie has joined us. Hello. As well as Carmi Rocco. Welcome. Hello.
That's an awesome name.
I really like that. I hope I pronounced it right. Let me know if I didn't pronounce it right. But I do love your name. It's pretty. Lizzie's been behind on her whip, but she stopped on April 9th. Well, hey, we've got all day, so hopefully you can get some words written and feel inspired. And Megan got 373. Alice got 1,138. See, I'm surprised she's not caught up to the 14,000 words yet.
Right? I mean, this is Alice we're talking about.
Right? Petra got 213. And LL Lunars was distracted and wrote a sentence. Lizzie said, I did a 4K every day for a week. At the beginning, big mistake. Oh, no. Well, that's okay. Sometimes we push ourselves really fast and hard, and then we just feel drained. So you're not alone.
Mm-hmm.
One is a trilogy, one is a prequel. 9 bucks. Lizzie. But Lizzie did like your idea, Claire.
Oh, thank you, Lizzie.
Yeah, I'm excited. I want to read it, Claire.
And Eve says, hippity hoppity, the Bunny Man's on his way.
See, it doesn't sound like something that you would be afraid of. It's like I don't know, like an Easter party person, you know? Like you think like, oh, the Bunny Man. It's like, oh, that sounds terrifying. And then
it's like the budget Easter bunny that you get to come to kids' birthday.
Right? Yeah, exactly. And so it's like, why is Virginia the one big ghost story in a place that's supposed to be like the most haunted state in the U.S.? Why is our one major folklore a freaking bunny? We couldn't have exaggerated it a little bit, made it a little bit more creepy.
Right. Hey, but I won't lie. Have you ever seen like those old Easter bunny pictures, like from like the 50s and 60s?
Okay, those are scary.
Like I know it's all like or what is it called? Like I don't know, but you know how they're like all cute now, but like they were not cute. Like no wonder they had issues.
No.
It's kind of scary today though. Like a life-size bunny just walking around is a little bit creepy.
It is creepy. Like who thought of that? Who thought someone, you know, in a bunny costume would be cute?
Probably the same people who thought, wouldn't it be funny if Virginia's main story was a bunny?
I could see people sitting around a campfire telling stories, and they're drinking, and like, you know what? What if we created this story about Virginia and a bunny man?
Wait, Virginia has tons of ghost stories because Colonial Williamsburg. There's like all the cool like ghost tours.
Yeah, there's a lot of like ghost stories, but they're like town specific. So like, if you go to Williamsburg, they do ghost tours and everything, and that place is haunted as, I mean, good Lord, like, holy moly. We also have a bunch of battlefields here because of the Civil War, so it's like, haunted. But then it's like, but nobody like remembers those stories. The one that everyone knows is the Bunny Man. And it's like, but what about, but there's so many other, why can't we, I don't know. I don't know. We are haunted, though. We got a lot of haunted places, y'all. So if y'all ever want a good scare, come to Virginia. That's the weirdest tourist slogan I've ever.
You need a bunny attached to it.
we need to put a bunny on our state flag, and then everybody will be like, let's go there.
Oh, that's cute. We have bunnies. Oh, no, we have Bunny Man. But Shay is with us. Hello, Shay. I hope you are doing well. It's been a while since I've seen you, so I'm so happy that you are here. Lizzie says, I got a new idea for a book. Can't believe I forgot about scary stories.
Well, now you have one.
Yeah. There you go. Miguel needs to start writing now. Yeah, we're getting to the end of the comments, so we're gonna do our next sprint very soon. And I pronounced it right. I think that's the first time I've ever pronounced someone's name right.
Point for Autumn.
That's funny. Yay. Or Miguel might film a video. Okay. And Charlie still finds clowns creepier than bunnies. Oh, for sure. Clowns are a whole other thing.
Yeah. Clowns are, I guess I should specify that the Bunny Man doesn't actually look like a bunny. They just call him the Bunny Man because he kills rabbits. Like, that's where that name comes from. But when I think of it, I imagine someone in like an Easter bunny suit. Like, so, but yeah, I don't do clowns either.
No, Shay doesn't either. Nope, and out of there. Lizzie thinks that they're cute in the daylight.
Unless their names are the Joker and Pennywise.
Yeah, or do you guys remember when we were doing that thing a couple of years ago where like all
The clown thing, right?
murder?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's so weird.
I remember.
no.
It was the weirdest. It was like a national thing. It was the weirdest thing too, because I would tell people about it. I was like, "Do you all remember the clowns?" And they were like, people would be like, "What clowns?" And I'm like, "I know that there were clowns that were like terrorizing people."
Yes.
And it's like there were so many crazy things that have happened since 2016 that like we don't even remember it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Because it started off as just they would just like kind of stand there, and then it evolved into like they would actually attack people, and then it evolved into that people would attack them back. And so now it's dangerous to dress up as a clown.
I've forgotten all about that, Angela. But yeah, that was scary because then they were going on to college campuses too and just like walking around. Because I remember that because I was in school and I was like, if I see a clown, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm going home.
I'm noping out of there and turning my car around.
Yeah. No, I don't do clowns. Oh, nope.
No. Mm-mm. Shay is usually sleeping when I do the morning streams. Yeah. Yeah. Where the horror of clowns came from. For sure. Yeah. Shay, please don't do that to me because she will get injured. Yes. So Shay remembers that too.
Yeah. But it got to the point where like people were fighting back and like they would like run the clowns over with their cars and stuff. Like it got crazy there for a minute.
Yes.
No.
Yes, I felt the same way.
I hated Ronald McDonald.
He's so creepy.
Yeah.
He's a little bit. I think that McDonald's like phased him out because he's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
He's so creepy. I think, doesn't he have like, no, he doesn't have, because I know that I think the other thing that people are scared of with clowns is because John Wayne Gacy was a clown.
Yeah.
I think that, I don't remember if Ronald McDonald's makeup used to be similar to the clown makeup, but no one uses like the pointy eyed makeup anymore because of Gacy.
Yeah.
Clowns are scary, y'all. I don't like them. Whoever came up with them needs to rethink their priorities in life.
Right. So are y'all ready to go ahead and do our next sprint?
So I'm really bad at time management. I have a meeting at 10:30, so I have to go. But I'm really glad we could do half a sprint.
No.
We were so happy to have you, Angela. Like, even if it was for 30 minutes, we're still happy.
Yes. Hopefully I'll be back sometime later today. So we'll
I
see.
hope so. But if not, it was nice to see you.
Yeah, it was nice seeing you all too. Nice meeting you, Claire.
Nice meeting you too.
It was good to see you, Angela.
Yeah.
Bye, Angela.
Bye.
Bye. Aww.
That was so sweet. She popped in just for a bit. So for the next sprint, did we want to bump it up to 25 minutes or did we want to maybe do like 22 minutes or another 20?
I'm
What do
good.
y'all think?
I'm good with bumping it up.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too.
Okay. Do you want to bump it up to 25 or 22?
Let's be fun. Let's do 22.
Okay.
Should we do something crazy?
Ooh, yes. 22.
Why don't we do 22-22? Because it's a lot of twos and it's fun.
Maddie, thank you so much. I'm so glad you heard the telepathic communication.
Is that what you wanted to do too?
Yes, but I was like, I'll let someone else like pick a number.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
Hey, everything will be all right if you keep me next to you. To be 22 again.
Wouldn't that be lovely?
Right. All right, so we've got 22:22 on the clock. Happy sprinting, everyone, and we'll see you soon.
There we go.
I was assuming by the faces that you guys heard it.
Definitely heard it that time.
Yay. It only took us 3 sprints.
Hey, better late than never.
So how did y'all do for that one?
Pretty good. I went through and I made a list of, because I'm rewriting the ending because I made a couple of big changes and now I have to like go back and like make sure the rest of the book and the end of the book fits with all the stuff I did at the beginning. So I just made a list of all of the different scenes at the end of the book and like put in different things I would have to add and change to them and try to space out this new plot I've stuck on top of the story. So that was productive.
Yeah, it sounds very productive.
I'm still going through the beats. I'm like, I guess not almost to like the halfway point, because I don't know. I'm trying to figure out like where exactly the beats align with the like the paradigm of a screenplay. So I'm trying to figure out like, okay, what part of this is happening in Act 1, what part of this is in Act 2, what part of this is Act 3, and I'm trying to like think of like other westerns as like a frame of reference, like what normally happens around this point in a western. So I'm debating when and where to put my first shootout, because you gotta have at least 2 in a western. 2 is standard. You gotta have at least 2. So I'm trying to figure out where the first one is going.
Yeah,
So that's fun.
it sounds fun for sure.
I love westerns.
Yeah.
Something you would
I
not have
haven't
heard
seen
me say 10
westerns.
years ago. Huh?
I haven't seen a western in such a long time. Like the only one that I can think of is like the Ballad of Buster Scruggs, right? That was a western, that Netflix show, kind of.
If you want western recommendations, I will happily give them to you. My biggest recommendation is don't watch a western before like 1980. I'm not a fan of like the classic westerns. I don't like John Wayne. I don't like kind of those older films. I know that's like blasphemy in the film world, but yeah, I would say anything from Silverado, the movie Silverado, onward, give it a watch. 310 to Yuma is my favorite. Magnificent Seven is really good. The remake, the first one's okay. True Grit, also again the remake, very good. There's a lot though. But I do recommend 310 to Yuma. That is my favorite, one of my favorite movies of all time. So if you're looking for a good western, I have a list.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know there was one series. It was their books, and I can't remember what they were called, but they were westerns, and I read them when I was younger. I'll have to think about it, but they were really good. I think they were western. Now that I think about it, I can't remember, but I think they were westerns. But like they were some of my favorites.
Yeah.
But they're really westerns are really cool when they're done well. They're really
when they're done, and that's kind of I think the thing that annoys me about kind of the classic westerns is that John Wayne is always John Wayne. You know that John Wayne is always going to have a grand old time at the end of the movie. There's no peril because it's John Wayne.
Right.
He's just, I think the only movie he dies in is The Alamo, and it's because historically his character died, so they couldn't really change that for him. But yeah, but that was the thing, is that it just got so formulaic. Is that the word? For westerns, like it happened over and over and over again. I was like, this is boring. So that's why from Silverado onward is when they started like really like revamping the western genre and kind of putting like new spins on it, new twists on it. So but if you remember that book series, Autumn, let me know, because I have a couple of books by Aaron Bowman that are westerns. Vengeance Road is the only one I've actually read, but it's really good. So I'm always looking for more like western books as well as western movies. So
yeah, I'll let you know. I'll have to think. I read it when I was in middle school, and it was way back when. way back when Autumn was a wee thing. Knee high to a grasshopper. Crap, I forgot what I was gonna say.
You were saying you read it in middle school.
Yeah,
when I read that, as far as we got, and then we started talking about height and grasshoppers, and
got southern real quick.
real quick.
If I think about what I was gonna say, I'll swing back that way.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. So this was the funniest thing. So I watched one of Meredith E. Phillips. I watched one of her videos. I think it was one of her recent ones. And she was talking about her story. And it was so funny how she was like, yeah, it started out, medieval, kind of like, basic with like swords and, Middle Ages. And then she was like, yeah. And then she got like halfway through the book. And then she was like, no, I want this to be a Western. So then she said she switched it to being a Western. And she was like, we can't have swords in like the West. So then she changed it to guns. And then she was like, yeah, we just switched halfway. And I just thought that was so funny when I watched that video. Because I was like, the accuracy of this is just so like, how we're so indecisive about things. And then like when we're drafting and we're like, oh, we'll just switch.
Yeah.
But I thought that was what I was going to say, but.
Yeah. But seriously, if you remember the book thing, like I'd be happy to look it up because I know I need to read Natalia Lee's Crystal Daisy.
Oh yeah.
I know I need to read that.
Really, and it's a novella, so it's not too long. I mean, you could probably finish it.
Is it a novella or is it part of a series?
It's a novella, but it's like, I think she's going to make it a series. So it's like book 1 in the series that she's going to make.
Okay.
Yeah, because the next one is Whiskey City.
Whiskey City. Okay, I do remember that. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. I need to read it. I need to read it. Yeah.
But those are really good. I thought that they were very well written. And it is a short read, and it's not like super confusing. It's just it's a really good book. It's a really good just sit down if you want just a Western. I liked it.
Yeah. My husband was also saying that for research I should play Red Dead Redemption.
There you go. Yeah.
I was like, I need video games. Maybe I'll give it a try. I don't know. I'm terrible at them, but I'll do it for the research.
Yeah. Research. That's me with Assassin's Creed. Oh, well, let me research this. 6 hours later. Oh, I forgot I was researching.
It's like you learn everything that's not for the thing you were researching. Let me tell you about the histories of the Templars and the Assassins.
That's not even going to be anywhere in my novel, but at least I know this.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't even say how I did. Maddie, did you tell me how you did?
I think so. I don't know. Autumn, how did you do?
Good. I finished. Well, the last sprint, I finished my journal entry and I started a new one. So I'm still working on like this new entry, but I'm almost finished with it. So I think for this sprint or this stream, I'll be able to finish this journal entry. And so when we come back at 3, I'll be able to pick up on a new one. Okay. And Better Days has joined us. Hello. I am happy you're here. And Lizzie got 901. And Alice got 1008. Charlie got 490. That's awesome. And Courtney has joined us. Hello. Desperately need to write today. This is perfect. Hey, girl, we'll be going all day. And Better Days got 50 words. And 376 for Megan. And chapter 13 is done. The universe of the bookworm. Woo! I love it. Says, hi, everyone. Getting distracted, but got 256. That's excellent. Grasshopper. But it is a book. There you go. I feel like it would be more like jungly.
Well, I was thinking something like The Hungry Caterpillar, with like one of those little board books that you give to kids.
Oh,
that's where my mind went.
I thought of like the Jungle Book.
Well, see, my other thing is that I think grasshoppers, and then I think the stories that my mom told me about like her parents and grandparents like living out on the prairie and in the plains of Oklahoma, and the flipping grasshoppers would get into everything and eat everything, and they were just disastrous and terrible.
Yes. Oh, Charlie says.
So not a kid's book.
I am so behind on my goal, and I'm happy to see a sprint was on. Yes, well, we're so happy that you're here. Yay! The grasshopper.
Oh.
Is that what the book is, or is that what the grasshoppers in Oklahoma are?
That's what I'm wondering. I feel like it would be the ones in Oklahoma.
I feel like that sounds about right for the Oklahoma grasshoppers.
Because I would be concerned if we went from YA literary to sci-fi apocalyptic grasshoppers.
They do though. They eat everything. They are terrible for crops. That's what the book is.
Huh.
Sci-fi apocalyptic grasshoppers. Interesting.
Huh. I've never heard of this, but it sounds really fascinating.
Yeah.
I wonder how they came up. I wonder if they're from Oklahoma. Or from the prairie somewhere, and it's like these grasshoppers.
Right. And Miguel got 98 words for half the time and needed to finish some other things. Awesome. Are we ready to go ahead and jump into our next sprint?
I have to leave at 11 o'clock because I have to go to a graduation, so I have to leave now. But it was so nice seeing you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much.
It was so nice to see you again, Claire.
You too. Good luck on your last sprint or last couple of sprints and for the rest of the day.
Thank you so much. I hope to see you, maybe not later today, but hopefully to see you soon.
Yes, definitely. Bye, everyone.
Bye, Claire.
Oh, and then there were two.
And then there were two. So how long do you want to go for our next sprint? Did you want to bump up to, because we did 20, 22, 22. Did you want to do 25, or did you maybe want to stay at 22 or go back down to 20?
Why don't we get real crazy? Why don't we do 25:52?
That is so wild and crazy. Hopefully I can get to it now. Let me get to these minutes. Okay, got it. And can I do it? 52. No. Is that right, Maddie? Is it right? 25:52?
25:52, if that's what everyone else is feeling.
Yeah.
Getting crazy with them numbers.
Getting crazy. Wild and crazy. Woo.
Wow.
Yeah, and this should be good because we might be able to squeak in maybe another 15 or 20-minute sprint at the end because we've got about an hour left, so it'll be perfect.
Perfect.
Perfect. All right, best of luck, everyone, and we will see you very soon. Yay!
Yay!
So how did you do?
Ooh, excuse me. Well, I yawned apparently.
How was the yawn?
It was lovely. Thank you.
It sounded lovely.
Thank you. I figured out my fun and games section. I have a little peacock hair going on back there. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
So I figured out my fun and games section, and I'm actually really excited for it. So, thank you.
You're welcome.
And I know what my midpoint is, which I actually think I talked to you about at another date and time. I won't say anything on here because it's spoilers. But so I'm slowly working through. I think this is technically Act 2. I'm still in Act 2. This is the thing I don't really like about the beat sheet is it doesn't mark like where the different acts are. So I'm like guessing I'm like at the end of Act 2 going into Act 3.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to at least get all the beats down before we end. So I'm at Bad Guys Close In.
Ooh, I love it. I am here for it, Maddie.
I gotta figure out what like the whole Dark Night of the Soul is going to be though, because I'm like, what is a Dark Night of the Soul? Like, what would it be in this situation? So he might get more messages from me later.
Oh yeah, give it to me.
How did you do?
Good. I finished. So I actually finished Act 2 for the journal entries, and I'm gonna start, and I'm super excited because my favorite is always like the calm before the storm. So that's the one I'm working on now, and I'm super excited because this is gonna be a pretty long journal entry. So I'm glad it's gonna be a little different than I thought it was gonna be. But I'm gonna start it now, and then I'll probably spend the whole next stream working on it. But I'm so happy to be done with Act 2 because Act 2 is always the one where you're like trying to tie in this to this, and you're like, how? But there was something, yes, right? Like, it's so stressful because it's like everyone always has a really good beginning and a really good ending, but how do you get from there to there?
Yeah, I know.
But I'm really excited because there was one part that I kind of just wrote in for the journal entry because I was like, oh, this would be kind of cool if this happened. Might not even happen because who knows. But then as I was kind of reading through my outline to figure out how I wanted the calm before the storm to be, I was like, oh, there's something like that. This one particular part can reference back to what happened, and it could be kind of like a little mini subplot. And I was like, got it. I love it.
Isn't it nice when things like that just sort of work themselves out?
Yeah.
So
I was
lovely.
kind of happy. Yeah, and then I wrote it into my outline just in case. Like, I probably won't get to it here, but if I come back to it a little bit like later in the day, I might forget. So I just kind of like jotted that down. So, but I'm loving it. This is great.
Yay.
Both of us did really good in that sprint.
We did. We've been doing good all day.
Oh yeah, I've been feeling really pumped about these journal entries, and I think it's all the writing with everybody. A whole day of writing. It's what I needed.
Well, it's also just nice too because it's like I've already started writing this screenplay. Like I already have a file for it, and I've already written like some 30-something pages of it. But I've been jumping around, so I've been writing down the scenes that I have in my head so that I don't forget anything. And I'm like, I just need to take the time to actually sit down and write it out. So this has been like absolutely lovely for that because I was gonna forget so many things.
Right. Yeah, no, but this is good though.
This is very good. This was a great idea, Autumn.
No problem. I got you. Let me see. Gio says, oh my, the rooster.
Yes, we should. I feel like we should name the rooster.
He should have a name.
What should we name the rooster? Chime off what you think our rooster's name should be.
Yeah, I am up for anything. So maybe something funny and kind of like Because like he startles us sometimes. Like he always gets us the first sprint.
What's a name? Here we go. Here's a good question. What is a name that you can't say it any other way without sounding annoyed? Like you, every time you say the name, even if you're just saying casually, it sounds like you're annoyed at this person. What is
Billy.
a name? Billy? Because I know at one point we were like, Robert.
Robert. Yes.
But like a name where it's like no matter how you say it, it just sounds like you're angry at the person.
Yeah. What's a good German name where it sounds like you're yelling?
Hans.
Hans. Okay. I actually really like Hans. Hans the rooster.
Hans the rooster.
Okay, I'm kind of digging it. If anybody else has any other suggestions, or if you liked any of those three, let us know.
Yeah.
I'm so open to all of them.
But you have to say it with like the Hans.
Hans. I can't. I'm laughing.
You have to be German about it.
Hans.
Hans.
Well,
So
so
my German ancestry for it.
I was about to say, I don't know if my grandmother would be upset with me for saying it. And maybe I need to be a little more forceful because she's Austrian. So they're very, well, you don't tell her she's German because she's Austrian. And, but I was trying to tell her in German one day, I love you, which is Ich liebe dich.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to tell her that in German, and she got very upset with me because I didn't hack enough. She was like, no. And I was like,
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yep.
I love you.
we want to be very like, I feel like when we're speaking German and when it's not our native language, it's like, oh, ich liebe dich, you know, and then it's like, nein, ich liebe dich. Like it's like,
Yes, you need to be more forceful with it. Act like you want to chop their head off, even though you're just saying I love you.
That's what my German teacher would always correct us on that. She'd be like, no, it's not ich, it's ich.
Yes. I'm like,
It's like, oh, okay.
are you trying to hack a loogie or?
Yeah.
And it's like, can we just switch to French, where it just sounds very nice and romantic when you say I love you?
It also sounds like though you're trying to like swallow, like you're like trying to swallow something and talk around it because it's like, man, let's see. You know?
Yes.
Like my mom kind of like understands and reads French, so like when she's reading something, it sounds like I'm like, are you trying to swallow while you're like, are you eating something? Like it's got that because there's a lot of like the
Yeah.
what is it? It kind of makes it like that weird thing in the back of their throat.
Yeah, you kind of have to like roll like your tongue and like roll your R's.
Yeah.
So I don't speak fluent French, but or
I don't
any
speak
French.
any French. I only just recently had to say, I think it's you're welcome. Is it Bilien? Is that you're welcome?
You're welcome. I know. Well, I know how to say not a problem.
Because
You're
I
welcome.
know because it's merci, and then I think the response is
merci.
Bilien.
I don't know.
I don't know. Like I said, my mom.
Yeah.
I ask my mom random things like, "How do you say this in French?" and she'll tell me.
Yeah.
So I don't remember everything I've asked her.
I don't think I ever knew you're welcome, so I think I would always say like not a problem. Pas de problème.
I don't know, y'all. I speak Japanese. That's like a whole nother playing field.
Right.
A whole nother level of, oh my gosh.
I could not even begin Japanese.
Yeah.
Not even
It's
try.
I recommend it because it's fun, but I
Yeah.
understand. It is kind of intimidating.
Yeah. I mean, it's just so fascinating, especially like, because one of my friends, English is her second language.
Mm-hmm.
And just the fact, like, to learn another language, any language, is just incredible because I don't know, it's just awesome. I wish I could do it. I just know like bits and pieces, and that's not learning another language in my definition.
I need to, because the problem though with American language programs is that they don't teach you how to speak the language, they teach you how to be a tourist. So all the phrases and things you learn are pretty much things that you would like if you were a tourist. Like, where's this? Where's that? Where's the bathroom? Let me show you the directions, like this, that, and the other thing. It doesn't teach you how to actually sit down and have like a real conversation with somebody.
Right.
And so, yeah, so a lot of like when I like want to have conversations with friends who either speak Japanese or are Japanese, like it's very annoying because that's what we talk about is like all we know is how to be a tourist. We don't know how to have like an actual legitimate conversation with somebody.
Right. I know one of my friends when she learned French and then in college, she actually was able to study abroad and she studied in France and she was so excited because she was like, I really kind of like what you said is she learned it more from like a tourist standpoint, but she was really excited to actually like get in there and like actually learn their language. But she said she also had a hard time doing it because then a lot of the French people got so excited because when they saw that there was an American and it was English, they were like, I can practice my English.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, I want to practice my French.
That's exactly what happened to me when I went to Japan. I was like, oh, I'm going to go to Japan and I'm going to speak Japanese. It's going to be great. And as soon as I got there, I was like, oh, the Americans here, we can speak English. I'm like, no.
No, please, I want to work on my secondary language.
I mean, I'll help you, but please promise me we won't do only English. Like, please.
Right. Oh. Sorry, y'all. We went down a rabbit hole, but I'm gonna make it through
or a bunny hole.
I don't like that. I don't like that. That makes me uncomfortable.
It's a little bit more like a bridge.
A covered bridge.
A covered bridge.
We walked under a covered bridge, but we're coming out the other end now.
Bunnyless. Thank you very much.
Yeah, bunnyless. No bunnies were harmed in this process. So Charlie reached 50K. That is awesome. Congratulations, Charlie. Yay. Oh, that's exciting. And Alice wrote 1375 for that sprint. Fantastic. The Universe of the Bookworm, 773. Wow.
Oh my gosh, y'all are.
And Megan, 460. Yeah, y'all are killing it.
Wow.
That is awesome. Gio is so close to get to writing. Can't decide if you want to start the story before your main character, sister dies, or after. You could always try both. You could always write both and then figure out later. Because I wrote the beginning of my novel, but then I figured out that I needed to start it where the character died to push the story. So you could always try both. You're still working in the draft, so you have plenty of time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Better Days got 470. Oh my gosh, y'all are doing so well. And Lizzie got 1170.
Holy moly.
Terrific. Flash fiction. I have never tried flash fiction.
I think it says flashbacks.
Flashbacks. Oh, I'm sorry. Totally read that wrong. Flashbacks. Yes. Flashbacks, yes. Flash fiction, no.
Yeah. Actually, I have a flashback in the screenplay I'm writing. But it's not like a random out of the blue flashback. Bleh. It's very important because it actually tells you what the heck is going on in the opening minutes of the movie.
Ooh. I like it. I like this. I'm so in. And the Universe of the Bookworm, first for the rooster made me jump. It does it to everyone.
That's everyone, yeah.
And Gio suggested some names. I like those.
Roger's a good one, but I think, Hans. I think we're on Hans.
Yep. Everyone says yes, Hans. But then Charlie does make a good point. And I don't know if it is Dutch or not.
I don't know, actually. Dutch and German are actually very similar languages. So I don't know. It could be both. You could have Dutch and
German. But I just love how everyone was like, Hans the rooster.
Hans the rooster.
Okay, that's it. I need to come up with a way to put like a little rooster on the screen for the countdown timer. Hans.
Fine.
That's really.
I love it.
I love it. Yep, that's it. Oh yeah, that would work too.
Interrogation rooms are always fun.
Yeah.
Close quarters. Hack at me. Yes.
That is so accurate, Charlie. And so I think Charlie was saying yes, because that is how you say you're welcome.
Oh, okay.
And then Gio asks you a question, Maddie. Have you ever tried writing a TV series?
I have not. I had an idea for one, and it was like a kind of like a mini series because I really thoroughly enjoy Assassin's Creed. And so I gave myself a little experiment to see if I could adapt Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which is my favorite Assassin's Creed game, into a mini series or a limited series or something. And I think it actually could work as a series. That's the thing with video games, is that I think they would be more successful in the visual, in the movie medium, if they weren't movies, if they were TV shows and actually had more time to flesh out the characters and everything. But I also think in Assassin's Creed case, I think they would also benefit more if they just got rid of the modern stuff completely and focused on just the characters of the historical time. Especially in later games when you don't have Desmond anymore. Is that spoilers? That might be spoilers. I'm so sorry. But even later games, Unity or Syndicate or Valhalla, which just came out and I haven't played, or Origins or Odyssey, things like that where you don't even have the modern stuff or have much of it to begin with. Yeah, so I've always wanted to try and take an Assassin's Creed game and adapt it to a TV show, just because I think it would work better in that medium.
Yeah, I like it. And want to learn Japanese? Yeah.
It's so fun. I can't think of a good nickname for you, Universe of the Bookworm.
I know, I'm trying to too. I love it. And if there's something else you would like us to call you, definitely let us know. Or if you just want us to keep saying the Universe of the Bookworm, that's fine too.
Or we can call you Bookworm or Universe.
Bookworm.
Whatever you prefer.
We're all about the nicknames today. We got Hans, and now we got Bookworm.
We got Bookworm.
I pronounced Carmi Rocco's name right. We're on it.
But I'm going to call you Bookworm for now. I hope that's okay. But Bookworm, if you ever have any questions, I am absolutely. Oh, she says call me Ella. Okay, Ella. That's such a beautiful name. Oh my goodness, I love that.
You got it.
But Ella, if you are ever interested in actually pursuing it and need some tips on where to start, you are more than welcome to reach out to me, because I have a whole list of easy starter things to look at, recommendations, things that really helped me get started. And it's honest, I can't recommend certain things for all languages, but there's a lot of stuff that I do that is beneficial for any language. I'm very passionate about language learning, y'all. I believe that monolingualism needs to go away and we all need to be fluent in other languages. So seriously, if y'all ever have any questions about Japanese or kind of tips on where to start with language learning, absolutely feel free to reach out. I'm more than happy to help you get started.
And I just love Alice's comment. I know, I'm probably
sorry.
I know, I'm sure I offended a lot of people and I apologize, but
to be fair, the only French that I actually know, I learned from either Les Miserables or the Sherlock Holmes movie with Robert Downey Jr., because there's that, sequence where he speaks French to that big guy and in the fight scene. If y'all know what I'm talking about. If y'all have seen the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes movie, there's a whole sequence where he just speaks in French, and so I know how to say avec plaisir and je ne sais pas, and that's about it.
And I took French in high school, but it's been a while since I've been out of high school. So, yeah.
Yeah.
We are about to do our last sprint, but I see that Yas has been absolutely wild. You're so welcome. I am taking that as a compliment.
If it wasn't
then
wild,
G-
you wouldn't be here.
right? I love that. Prince Hans. That is so funny.
I love it.
I love how it just started with the rooster. And then we're like, we should name him. And then it's Hans. And now we're like, no, he needs an official title.
Prince Hans.
Right? Like we're writers. Like we can't just be satisfied with just the rooster. It always has to be something else.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have a 15-minute sprint. We might go over a little bit for the 3-hour mark, but hopefully not too much because we've been going for 2 hours and 40 minutes. But this will be the last sprint of this writing sprint session. We do have another one that's going to start at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it is attached to like this playlist. So it's the second one, and that's also going to be a 3-hour sprint. But good luck to everyone in our last sprint for this session, and we will see you all very soon. cannot. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Y'all have me crying. So, did anybody get anything done in the last sprint? Because I could not get over these comments.
I guess we came up with Hollywood's next round of remakes.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so funny. I recommend everybody scrolling through the last 15 minutes of those comments because that is golden.
I just have to ask though, like when you read through these comments, do you imagine a rooster in every scenario? Because I'm thinking Hans v Superman is literally Henry Cavill next to a rooster, like looking up.
Oh my gosh. Well, and I loved it because where was it? It was, I'm trying to find Yaza's first comment. Oh, where was it?
Oh, the one where he said, if you replace Star Wars titles with Hans, it's the greatest thing ever.
Oh, yeah. This is what started it all.
Yeah.
This right here.
Yaza.
Ugh. And I thought it was so funny because I think you had just stepped away, Maddie, when I read this comment. And I was like, oh my God, Maddie, please come back because this is hilarious. Oh my gosh. And then I loved them all, but I was trying to find the one that Gio said.
Which one did he do? Oh, yeah, Hans.
Oh, man. Y'all were, that was too much. Godzilla versus Hans. I don't know what we started, but
I liked Yaz's the Hans labyrinth.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny. Oh my goodness.
I do have to say, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm really proud of the Hans of the opera because again, I'm imagining a rooster with a mask, looking dramatically.
Oh my gosh. Well, it does look like several strong people were able to ignore the stream and get words done. So Ella got 361. Lizzie got 574.
Yay.
Alice got 1,100 words.
Oh my gosh, Alice.
Better Days got 180. And Megan got 696. Altogether, Megan wrote 2,187 words and got a chapter done. That is terrific.
Yes.
I mean, everyone did phenomenal in all of these sprints and in this whole stream.
Seriously.
But, oh boy. Yeah, y'all lost me on that last one.
I know, I was gone. I didn't write a thing beyond titles with Hans in it. I did not touch anything.
I really feel like now I need to update the timer and find a way where I can put a background and have a rooster.
You totally should.
I'll have to figure out a way to do it.
Hans the rooster.
That is so funny.
Hollywood's next big star.
Yeah, right? Hans. Hollywood doesn't know it yet. Charlie, I don't remember how much I wrote because I was writing while talking. But Charlie's at 50,621 words.
Nice.
That is awesome. And Miguel got 65 words written in 5 minutes. Terrific.
Wow. 5-minute mad dash.
Right. Maddie's all about those 5-minute mad dash.
I love the 5-minute mad dashes, yo. Yeah, Ella, that's totally fine. Again, if you ever have any questions or want any book recommendations or movie recommendations or music recommendations that pertain to language learning, please feel free to reach out and I will happily answer all your questions that I can.
Yeah. And Lizzie got a total of 2,645 words.
Nice. Good job, Lizzie.
That's terrific. Well, we are at the end of the comments and at the end of the stream. Maddie, do you want to do a quick outro before we leave for the stream?
Sure, I'll do a quick outro real quick. Redundant. Hello, for those of you who do not know me, I am Madeline Monahan. I'm a writer, actor, and cat mama. I used to be better about posting YouTube videos. I'm going to get better about posting YouTube videos, and that will be going back to a regular schedule here soon, and I have a lot of videos lined up, so please keep an eye out for those. I normally post on Tuesdays and Fridays, and if I miss one, look for it on Friday. And yeah, thank you, Autumn, for hosting this and putting this whole thing together. I don't know if I'm going to be able to join later like this, but I will definitely pop in and say hi. But thank you for putting this together. This was lovely. This was really what I needed. So thank you for just creating this whole thing. I love you.
Oh, I love you too, girl. We're going to get emotional backstage now. Yeah, but you're very welcome, Maddie. I'm so glad that you were able to make it. I know it's been pretty busy with school and just life in general. And everybody else, thank you so much for popping in and writing with us. We do have 2 more live streams for the rest of the day. And all of the AuthorTubers that will be making an appearance, or will at least try to make an appearance, are linked in the description box below. If you do not know them, definitely check them out because they are wonderful AuthorTubers and they are great in our community. And our next live stream is going to be at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So be sure to get out, stretch, hydrate, eat something good, take a break, and we will see you all back here at 3. Until then, bye guys.